Okay, so if a bear comes in, you don't want to run, because you can trigger the bear to chase you. And if you got your back turned, you're defenseless. Otherwise, if you stand your ground and you don't do anything, the bear's not going to typically make any brash decisions and run up on you unless he does what's called a bluff charge. And that's where they'll be like 30 feet away and they don't know what they should do. If you haven't moved and they haven't moved, they're like, what am I going to do? So they want to see who's the dominant force here. If they should run, if they should fight, or if they should flight. So oftentimes what they'll do is a bluff charge. They'll run up on you and they'll stop right in front and they'll see if you flinch. They'll see if you run. They'll see if you move. If you run, that can trigger them to attack you and you'll be defenseless because you can't see them. So you stand your ground.
If a bear is staring at you and you're like staying on your ground and if you do this and then do that, will a bear try to attack you?
Well, I wouldn't flinch. I wouldn't turn my head. I would just stand up as tall as I could and scream as loud and as mean as you can. Let him know you're tough and you're not going to take any guff from a bear.
Can you like run after them and scream?
Well, you can, but in a bluff charge, what they typically do is if you don't flinch, they'll stop right there. 5-10 feet away from you. They'll stop and they'll either run past you or they'll just stop and see how you handle the situation and then go. But sometimes they do an attack. You don't know the difference between a bluff charge and an attack until he's right in front of you.
Can you like try to run after him and then go back? And
well, what you can do, you can trigger their instinct. Okay, they operate on fight or flight. If you run, they're going to know they're dominant and they're going to chase you. It just triggers that, and they can hurt you, whether they're hungry or not. All right, if you're in their territory and you're a threat to them, or they have cubs, they might just want to hurt you to keep you from hurting the cubs. All right, if they're hungry, then they might just want to eat you. But most time, bears, they prefer deer and other things.
Berries?
And berries, yeah. And they might want to come into your campsite just to eat some of your food. So if you got some apples, they would love some apples. And the problem is if you get in the way between them and the apples, then you could get in trouble.
Or any other fruits and meats.
Any kind of yummy stuff. So when you're camping in bear country, you got a whole different mindset that you got to deal with.
Can you just sit there and let the bear eat the food?
You can. Depends on the bear. If you're in the tent and you leave your food in the car, they could take your doors or the window, just pull it right off like it was a pull tab on a Coke can and reach in there and eat all your food. So, yeah. Doesn't happen often, but it happens.
Can you show me a picture of a bear?
I don't have a picture of a bear with me right now. But if one comes, I'll take a picture and I'll show it to you.